Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Mr. JP. I am Mr. JP and the game is Art of War. Big thank you to all the people who have been watching out there. Due to COVID and everything else, I've been pretty isolated. I appreciate those of you who are watching the videos. I really appreciate the feedback. Big up to the gentleman on Discord who mentioned me. Thank you very much. Glad I could help, really glad. The governor. That made my day, so thank you, sir. Thank you. So big thank you to my watchers, big thank you to my subscribers, big thank you to Christian who invented Out of All. A lot of people got big down on getting rid of Bogsburg on Steam and stuff, but the guy gave us Out of All for free. And I've said it before, I've said it again, this is the best free game I've ever played. Graphics and gameplay wise, like, yeah, okay, there's not much game to it, but does it need to be? Think about Gold Rush. What do? Dig in the same hole all day. At least you've got the whole map to dig here. You know, this is the Gold Rush killer. I'm looking forward to those guys seeing what's happening with Out of War and going, oh, oops. So anyway, I've been making some big mistakes. All of this machine is going to get moved. I ripped out this channel here as an experiment, lesson learned. If you're going to stop at the top of the hill with a bulldozer, be prepared for some serious overburden, like I feel the biggest dump truck in seconds. So the idea of running overburden for road building, I have been wrong. You just can't cut them out of the terrain, don't even bother with the overburden. So yeah, today I'm going to clear up this mess, and I want a nice level area here for doing the whole search pile bulldozing thing. I'm probably going to fill the hole that wasn't built on back in and get rid of all these panels and stuff at some point. So I've come to the conclusion machines are mobile. But now we come to the point of this video, which is what the title is going to be about GPS, because that was what the question was on the Discord. So I'm just going to line myself up here, like this, because I want a nice flat area to these hoppers from that hill. They're going to be moved, but don't worry about that at the moment. This is just a GPS sort of episode. So you can already see on my GPS up there that I've got a little bit of an angle on, and I don't understand why. So quick look. Right, you see, as I tilt the blade to the left, the line goes to the right, which means that the blade is the bodywork of the machine is to the right of the blade. Okay, so this can be used as a blade indicator for starters to level your blade like that. So, and then your blade goes up and down, and you can see there's no movement on the GPS at the moment. So get it into a position that you think is going to be roughly level. And about there is about where I want it. Press Q, hover over the zero button, and click it. You see the line goes green, gets between the green arrows. You now have your level. This level is not just your level up and down, it is your actual level. So when I raise the blade goes up, as you can see, I'm above my actual level. So if I just drive over here, blade sort of in a level position. See, it hovers around the centre and goes green, and then I'll bulldoze in this direction. That's probably the best way to demonstrate. You can't turn and drive the bulldozer. You're either pushing or turning, by the way. So if you're coming to a halt whilst pushing and wondering why you're trying to turn, that's why. You can't. The tracks just don't have the leverage to push the blade sideways. Look at the size of that blade. It's just a big flat wall. You can't turn whilst that's in the dirt, people. You know, if you've never used machinery like this. Right, as I bulldoze, you see the front end came up a little. The arrow's gone up, they're over on the angle already. So you can use this as a monitor for your work and what your machine's doing to give you some feedback. Handy if you're a hardcore, I'm going to be first-person view nutcase. Also probably handy for drilling tunnels underground where you've got no visual reference views. So yeah, it's got that nice straight line, got it all lined up, bulldozing way nice and level here. But if I go over here, this area is not big enough for me to demonstrate, so I need to get down. There's a nice hill over there. But you can see I'm trying to turn and go forward, and it's really slow. If I actually get some movement on, things improve a little, do it in little jerks, everything's fine. Yeah, laid up, I'm sure that's enough, otherwise I'm going to start carving stuff I don't want to. And if we go down here, You see that line really descended as my nose came down on the slope. When we come up on the slope, it didn't rise up again though. It doesn't rise. Why is that not rising? Can be a bit confusing. So, where that line now is zeroed is up on that pad. Okay? So if you wanted to drill a pad out on this side of the mine, the same height, and then link it with a bridge, you can drive up the slope that I built over here just for this demonstration. And that line is now a level with zero set at the height of that panelling that I set it on. Okay? So it's got multiple uses for a very simple device. I was amazed when I met one of them. They were building a construction site nearby. They had a bulldozer clearing the space with GPS to talk to the driver. And he showed me how with one button press he could set up this entire GPS. And the dozer would just basically doze. But there we go. See? As I climbed up the hill. That was the wrong button. Now, one trick for levelling up your blade in dozers, you see here, when it's in the pull-up position, there's that line. You can just turn it and line it up in front of the cab, get your blade back to level. See? Another thing you can do with the GPS things on the vehicle, or you can use the roof of the cab there, like that. Or the GPS things line up and the blade's down in a lower position, top of there. It just allows you to quickly visually level your vehicle, which is kind of handy. So yeah, this point here, just there, blade. If I make a level cut here now, it is roughly the same height as over there. See? So yeah, it also gives you the ability to maintain the blade's level over rough terrain. So as you're bulldozing along, you're bulldozing the road, and you see the dozer start to slide over, you can use this to know which way to tilt your blade, or which way to chamfer. You can even lock it over on the angle when you're on an angle like here, and use it to put this angle of the slope on that entire pile. So yeah, it's a very advanced piece of equipment. For a very simple use. I'm sure it's going to get more to it. I'd like the ability to mark points as a waypoint in the system for the vehicle. All those waypoints will be erased if you remove the GPS. And a GPS tower to put down to make waypoints will be kind of cool too. But these things will come. I have every confidence in Christian. He's doing amazingly well. And yeah, so another big thank you to him. Looking forward to the next update. Going to be honest, they're like a little birthday every day when they come out. So yeah, I look forward to the next thing. And I hope people find that little bit of information about the GPS useful. And I'm going to go back to clearing this up, ripping this machine out. It's my opinion that the trommels, machines aren't meant to be linked together like this basically. You can, and it makes sense, but these trommels filter material, and they do it at an incredible speed. The waste material, that's just the spillage down there from just clearing up what I've been doing. That wouldn't go in the dumper. It comes out of these big hoppers in massive lumps, so perhaps if I put a small hopper on there it might help me out. Or a conveyor, I don't know. But I need to work on that. But yeah, I'm going to run my trommel units separately, and I'm going to pile up whatever comes out of them into either a dumper truck or a pile, and then I'm going to build a separate sorting facility for the other two crushers up over at the base there, and start piling the gear up. I've seen a lot of people running it straight into the Grizzly. That's fine, but I want to see what comes out. I don't want it just to go into the base and disappear. I want to know what's going on. So across the next couple of days, we're going to be doing some experiments. We're going to be rebuilding this machine somewhere else. I got some money back by selling. I sold the excavator and the drill because I don't need them at the moment. Never be afraid to sell off the excavator and drill, by the way. They're an exploratory thing. Consider them leased. I guess would be the best way of putting it. Because I want to expand my machinery. I know where the seams are now because I've hired it and gone on a big drive that I want to look at. So realistically, I don't need it for the next 100 hours of gameplay whilst I rip all this stuff out. Because it's a medium excavator and it's not that good. It uses the drill. It's got a toe point for a trailer as well, so it's quite good for moving the medium tools around. But if you want to, if you've got like as I have the big machine, oh, just so you're aware, a quick thing about how these are labelled. You'll see that these are labelled EXB, EXM, etc. EXB stands for excavator big, EXM stands for excavator medium, EXS is excavator small. Nice and simple. Why they didn't go for EXL instead of B, I will never know. But not everyone's like me when it comes to this kind of thing. So, or I'm not like everyone, whichever way you look at it. Maybe I'm the one with the problem, I don't know. But yeah, so all the machine tools line up with which machine it is. So yeah, big being big, small being small. Depends what you want to do with it. The small ones are good for getting in on small stuff, big ones are good for getting in on the big stuff. I'm about to have a play with an excavator at some point in the near future. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this, but basically I want to start ripping out this pay dirt from this hole where this lithium and stuff is, and start putting it through machines rapidly in large volumes. Basically I want to go industrial, but I need a place for the waste. So if I'm going to get up here to some kind of sorting facility that's going to be on the back end of this base somewhere, I'm going to need this road. I'm going to need a road for dumping material that goes up this way, I think. Because that's what this step is for. I don't think you're meant to mine this entire plateau off as the start of the game. I think this step's here for a reason. I think the lower one is to allow you to load excavators into dumper trucks. Why they haven't got flatbed or a low loader in this game yet, I will never know. A low loader trailer would have been better than the excavator trailer, guys. If anyone's listening out there at North Modding Company, I want a low loader trailer. Big enough for all the biggest machines. The EXB low loader. That'd be kind of cool. And it'd be kind of cool if it had a haul wagon, you know, like the fuel truck and the tipper truck, that required a smoother surface, so you got to build roads to use your low loader. That'd be kind of cool. Mind you, you do anyway, because like if you've got a low loader with a load on it and you tilt it over, it kind of tends to fall off or tip. I mean, the amount of funny videos you see online with tanks and excavators falling off of low loaders is unreal. Gotta be honest, a lot of them are Russian or far out in the eastern climes, and they have a tendency to throw machines off of vehicles quite rapidly. But yeah, this was mainly about GPS and the fact that I've been an idiot with the machinery. But yeah, so I'm going to run some of this stuff separately on some of this pay dirt in large volumes, see what comes out in the big pile that comes out. Maybe run the stone straight into a dumper and go and dump it in a surge pile over there that I can bulldoze straight into a sorting mechanism. And we'll see how we get on, because I'm going to be honest, my graphics card's 4 years old. It's a NVIDIA 1080 or whatever. I'm not even sure. I'm not big on hardware. I need to get back into it if I'm going to be some kind of online streamer, gamer type YouTuber. But it doesn't really, its fans really don't kick off much in most games that are complicated, like Space Engineers or 7 Days to Die. But at the moment, when you start producing the particles of soil, it doesn't half make the fans kick. So if you're listening out there, NMC, some optimization on fan control and the calculations necessary for the particles of dirt. Something that might help would be taking some of the texturing and calculations off of them. My thought was that maybe if stuff that had been processed when it goes into dumpers becomes a solid rather than multiple balls, so as it drops in it goes solid. A bit like the wood chips in Farm Sim. You tip them out, they're a powder and they pile up. But in the trailer they're sort of inert, they're just kind of locked there. And I think for finished products, bear in mind they've gone through crushers and stuff, guys, being able to lock them down as a powder or whatever in the back of the dumpers would be good. It might save you a lot of graphics processing power and stuff and really improve the optimization of the game. a large storage hopper for materials, so that they're not lying around in big balls. That'd be kind of cool for loading vehicles. And a large dumper for hauling large amounts of stuff, you know, like a 100-tonner. That'd be kind of cool. You know, a really biggie. Something that you can't really get around unless you build a haul road. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there because it's a nice 15-minute video, and I will catch you in a couple of hours when I have finished tidying up the mess I made. I'm Mr. JP, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.